Hi people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment and share the video. In today's video, we are out at Machakos People's Park. If you want to see the park, watch my next video and you can learn more about the park at Machakos town. Today's video, we are continuing learning about culture shock in America. So, two things that I want to talk about today. Number one was communication. You know, sometimes you can think you're communicating and you're not. Like, let me give you an example. Like one time I wanted, what is it called? I wanted an extension cable, what we in Kenya call extension cable. So the person went and brought me, but when he brought, I'm like, no, this is not what I wanted. But in America, it's called a power strip. So sometimes you may think you're communicating, you're asking for something, but the other people don't know what it is that you're asking, or something like even spinach or sukuma wiki. You know, they have different names when you go out there in another country. So it's always good like to check up and know what is the name of the item that you want. The other thing I wanted to talk about that can give you a huge culture shock is the food. Like in America, my goodness, there's so much variety. You can just want bread. You go to the shop, there's rye bread, there's whole wheat, there's white bread, and many other kinds. You're just going to buy a sandwich, but you've got to know what bread you want. Secondly, cheese. Cheese is so common in the US, but the same thing. There's American cheese, there's cheddar, there's mozzarella, and so many other kinds. So yet you can actually get confused. The other thing was also I found the food in America a little bit salty, or it would either be too sugary, or it would have a lot of oil. Sometimes you'd find like the meats were a little bit bland, and I'm not saying American food is not good, but like when you're used to a certain kind of food from your home country and then you move to a different country, the food might actually taste very, very different. Something else I used to enjoy when I was in Kenya was like bananas. But in America, the bananas are a little bit not as tasty as the ones in Kenya, until I found like some of the organic ones that you can find in some of the stores that are imported either from Mexico or other countries. Yes. The other thing also about food is the times. In Kenya, we are used to 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. being lunchtime. But in America, lunch begins as early as 11:45. And by 12:30, people are done with lunch. Or like dinner. Dinner is between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. But sometimes Kenyans eat so late. Even people, you can find families that eat dinner as late as 8 o'clock or 9 or even 10. So even the timings can really get you confused. Like especially if somebody invites you to their house for dinner, you will find being invited at a very early hour. The other thing was also Americans prefer, or I thought they prefer, cold foods to hot foods. Kenyans will eat a lot of hot food. Yes, you go for a meeting, there will be hot tea, then a hot lunch, or even dinner is always hot. But Americans enjoy like cold sandwiches. And so I would go for meetings. Then they're like, oh, we're going to offer you lunch. So there I am expecting a hot meal only to be served a sandwich. The other thing even about food is also the portions. My goodness, I think Kenyans, we eat a lot. Americans eat very small portions. I remember once my Nigerian friend was invited for dinner. So I asked her, but have you eaten before you go to your friend's place? And she's like, no, my friend knows I'm African, so she'll make a large meal. Shock on her when she went there. Then I think she found the family was eating a salad and she was like, she was so hungry. So yeah, that's something else to always consider when you move to a foreign country. How they eat, the portions, the timing, what is it that they're eating. You know, as Kenyans, you want ugali, you want rice, chapati, a variety of a lot of starch. And Americans, I think they like more of, healthy and small portions and like sandwiches. I used to laugh and I would take some pictures and send to my family, and my brother would be like, okay, is that lunch or a snack? I'm like, no, this is lunch. So the portion bit can be very, be very funny. So, but anyway, America is a lovely place to be. There's a lot of variety. Oh, yes, I was going to talk about even milk. So, milk has a lot of variety. You will find 1%, 2%, non-fat, skimmed milk. There's so much variety. Then there's also whole milk, which we are more accustomed here in Kenya. They'll also have like almond meat. I mean, so much variety that you can get to choose from. So in my next video, I'll tell you more about culture shocks. So feel free to comment or even ask any question. Yes, there's a lot of noise. As I said, we're at Machakos People's Park today, and I've done a whole video on the park, how it looks. So watch out for that video too, in case if you're interested to know what the Machakos People's Park looks like. See you in my next video. Thank you.